Hello friends and welcome to the flight deck. It's looking like a beautiful day here in virtual Canada, Toronto. And we are flying Air Canada today in the A320 Neo. Let's have a quick look of our surroundings here. This is the standard Toronto Pearson International, and we can actually see the CN Tower there. How cool is that? This is all standard scenery. I'm very impressed. I hope you guys are doing well. Hey, welcome to the chat. How's it going? So we'll start prepping our systems here, and let's hope for the best. This is a last minute stream, as most things I tend to do tend to be last minute. So we'll just have some fun with it, shall we? Right, let's start prepping some things here. So as a bit of a brief, we're currently in Toronto. Laura, hey, how's it going? We're currently in Toronto, so the brief for today's flight. Our flight number is Air Canada 401. We are departing Toronto B. Pearson International, and our destination is Montreal, Pierre Elliott Trudeau International Airport. We have an airtime of about 50 minutes. Our cruising altitude is 35,000 feet. Cost index is 6. We have 154 passengers on board, so not completely packed, and just under 4,500 kilograms of fuel. So let's go ahead and prep our systems. Now, there's one thing that's worrying me a little bit. I cannot see my position in charts, so I'm going to restart them. Hope everyone is doing great. Hope you're having a lovely Friday. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. If you can double tap that screen, that will help significantly. If you like aviation content, definitely subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of awesome things that I'm working on. There we are. We're right on the map. That's instantly making my day. Okay, let's see. Some lovely messages in the chat. Thank you very much. I wish you all tons of happiness and success. Okay, we've got about 7 minutes for our IRS to align. So let's start prepping some things here, shall we? Let's import our flight plan into the plane, into the MCDU here. So let's request. Now, I'm based in the UK. I need some tea to keep me going, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Okay, most of our things are now input in here. Let's also input our winds as well. So I've never done this particular flight before, this route. This is brand new to me. I've been to Toronto before. I've not been to Montreal before, so this is going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. Okay, that's all in there. That's good. So the next thing we're going to do is start prepping our departure and arrival. We don't currently have ATC. I mentioned this on all my streams. I'm currently working off a Mac Mini. You can't see it. It's just off screen. It's a small computer. It's about this big. My frame rate drops below 20 quite often, so I can't use VATSIM yet, but that is coming very, very soon. I'm upgrading my PC, so stay tuned. Departure. Okay, our departure is from, we've got here from CYYZ. We're departing from runway 15 left. Also, for some reason, I've been sneezing like non-stop today, so if I start sneezing like crazy, I'll turn off my mic and my camera to save you some trauma. 15 left via dead key 5. There we go. There's not Miglo, yes. Okay, perfect. That looks very good so far. Discontinuity here, we're going to check that in a second. As I mentioned, we don't have ATC, so we're going to input our arrival, at least the way we've set it up at the moment. And that will be into runway 24 right. ILS 24 right, that's perfect. Habs 7. Perfect. Okay, so we're just going to check what this discontinuity is. So what I'll do, let me just make some space here. I have quite a small desk and it's already cluttered. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to change that to plan. Zoom in a little bit, we don't want to be that crazy. It's a relatively short flight, so straight to manual. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. Back to the beginning. Oh, so it's from there. Yeah, okay. We're definitely deleting that because that wants to take us to the other side of Canada. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear. Going to clear the manual. And then let's just move up a bit. We're going to clear again and we're going to clear the discontinuity here. Let's insert that and let's see if that looks any better. Top of climb. Another discontinuity there. Let's remove that. Okay, top of descent. And that takes us to another discontinuity. There are loads of discontinuities in this one. Let's get rid of those. And that takes us straight to our destination. So we're just going to review this flight plan again. Okay. That's fine. Let's stay there for now. So flying out, taking a left turn, then it's pretty much straight. It should be all the way straight. It's quite a simple route. And then this is where it gets fun. We come in. Okay. Okay. And then we basically just take a big U-turn to the right. There we go, and align ourselves perfectly. Okay, I'm happy with that. And then we've got our missed approach settings there. Okay, I'm happy with that. I think, if I heard correctly, all the doors are shut, which means our passengers are boarded. So that's great. I don't think I have any cabin announcements for Air Canada. British Airways. Let's go any airline. Let's just add something to keep it interesting.
When we run through a safety demonstration, I'll give their attention to this because it's very important safety information for the flight. Also, once we get airborne, once the seatbelt signs are switched off, if you're not moving around the cabin, can I suggest you keep your seatbelts fastened, just in case we do encounter any unexpected...
Keep your seatbelts fastened, lads.
Well, it's a pleasure to welcome you aboard, but we'll be on the way very shortly. Thanks very much.
Right, I'm just going to double check our loading information here. So 154 passengers is correct. Fuel We said 4,278, 4,200, that's fine. That's basically already done for us, so we'll go ahead and we'll turn on the no smoking sign and the seatbelt signs, and let's go ahead and turn on the APU. Everyone's basically boarded. Let's make one more cabin announcement.
Andrea is in charge at the rear of the cabin. Also on board today we've got Angela, Roxy, Val, Elaine, Rachel, Cody and Joanne. So just waiting for the final few passengers to board the aircraft, and then we will be closing the doors and take you through all our safety procedures on board this aircraft. If a family in the cabin crew can be of any help to you whilst we're here on the ground or after takeoff, please feel free to ask. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Boarding is complete, so let's see if we have boarding complete.
Cabin crew, that's boarding complete.
Perfect.
For the attention of the cabin crew, doors to automatic and cross-check.
There you go. Doors to automatic and cross-check, which means everyone's boarded. Let's detach the jetway. Okay, so our cockpit preparation checklist: gear pins and covers have been removed. Fuel quantities in kilograms, 4,280. That's already in there. Seatbelt signs are on. ADs are all set to nav. Barrow ref, that's what we're going to do now. Let me just put that to there. Barrow ref. So where we are, we're at Toronto, and our altimeter 29.81. 29.81. Let's set on this side. 29.81. Set it here. 29.81, and it should be set here as well. 29.81. Excellent. Let's go terrain on the display. Okay, BARF is set. Excellent. Okay, we're gonna, so APU is now available. Let's go ahead and turn that on. External power can come off. External power from here as well. Ground services, external power off, and chocks can be removed as well. Let's go ahead and turn on our beacon light and request pushback.
Grounded cockpit, tail is driving up.
Okay, let's figure out where we're actually going. So we're departing from 15 left. That's just to our right, so we will gonna taxi to this point. So we wanna face west. And then taxi via Alpha.
Okay.
And Bravo. And Juliet.
Closed. Ready to connect.
Okay. Right, we're getting somewhere. Definitely getting somewhere. Right, where are we at? So basically we are pushing back and facing that way. Hey Aiden, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, bro. Doing another interesting flight today from Toronto to Montreal. Flight I've never done before. Let's see how it goes. I'm really annoyed with my rudder pedals, man. I was going through all my my Instagram reels and stuff lately, and I just saw all my landings recently. They've been getting softer, which is like better. But every time, like I'm near the center line, and then towards the end, I try to keep it central. But for some reason, like because there's like they're almost too slippery, and the plane just goes all over the place. Little bit annoying.
Please show me where you want to go.
Little bit annoying. Okay, so we are Just Aviation Guy. How you doing, bro? Welcome to the chat. Okay, so we want to face this way. We'll face that way. Let's do that.
No connected and bypass and inserted. Release parking brake.
Is everything else here good? I think it's good. Yeah.
And you may start engines.
So today we are flying from Toronto, Canada, and we are arriving at Montreal. So it's only about a 50-minute flight, a flight I've never done before. I'm looking forward to it. And actually, let's go ahead and actually start one of the engines. You can actually see the CN Tower from here. So you guys know I'm working off a Mac Mini, but somehow we've actually got quite decent view from here. Where is it? It was here somewhere. There. So right there in the distance, you can actually see the CN Tower. Really cool. Was the biggest plane I've ever flown. So far, it's the 777 in X-plane, and I've actually got. If you look through my channel, I did a live stream back in the day when I had like 20 subs on YouTube, and that was it. And I did a live stream non-stop from London Heathrow to New York JFK, and I did the whole thing. That was a long day. I was basically just talking to myself the whole time, but it was an interesting experience. I want to see, can we like zoom? You can't really zoom in from this angle. I don't know if we're going to have a view of this the CN Tower as we take off, but we'll try. How would I live with 200? No, I didn't have 200 subs. Yeah, mate, I had like 20 subs. It was basically just a lot of time talking to myself. It was like self-therapy, you know? And it was fine. I'm just grateful to actually have people in the chat, and we can chat about life and planes and aviation and flight simming, which is really, really cool. Okay, looking good so far. Let's see.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Yes, sir. Parking brake is set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
I didn't do the before start checklist, but I mean we've checked everything off basically. Parking brake obviously is now set. Takeoff speeds and thrust. Takeoff speeds and thrust. They're not in there yet. Oops. Windows are closed. Beacon is on. Let's go ahead and do that actually, because that's something we definitely need. On Monday is your Sats. Oh, cool, man. And on Thursday you get Roblox back. Nice, man. Okay, so takeoff speeds and thrust. So let's go to performance. Let's request our takeoff data.
So it's disconnected and white basket has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time, and have a safe flight.
Thank you, sir. We need to do what we always do, and we need to look out for this hand signal, because it's always funny. One month, that's a long time, man. Okay, back to normal. Where's the hand signal? Where's this famous hand signal? Look at this guy. What a guy. What a guy. Look at him. So happy to be here. I'm happy to be here too, man. Okay, taxi light will go on. Let's continue where we left off. Don't get sidetracked. That's there. Flex takeoff is fine. We're going to insert that. So here are our V speeds. Our rotate speed is 143 knots. Uplink takeoff data. So basically our trim is 29.6, 29.6, about there. Okay, now the engines are on, we don't need the APU anymore, we can turn that off. Taxi. You will, man. I mean, you live in the UK now, like it's you're surrounded by it. It's probably one of the best ways to learn something, especially language. Surround yourself by it, man, and that's exactly what you've done, which is awesome. Okay, before start is done. After start checklist, here we go. Anti-ice not needed. ECAM status is checked. So far, so good. Pitch trim is checked. 29.6. Rudder trim is neutral. That's after start checklist complete. And what we'll do is basically prepare ourselves for taxi. So let's start off with our trusty flight control checks. Full left, center, full right, center, full front, and center, and full aft, and center. That's looking good. Rudder, I'm not happy with this one, but full left, center, full right, center. Can you see the pedal? They're not as bad as they were last time, but last time they were glitching a lot more. Now there seems to be more of a dead zone. So let's just hope. We'll hope for the best. That's what we're going to do. We're going to hope for the best. Yeah, I know what you mean. I actually went to school in the UK and in Greece, and when I was in Greece, I was doing like university level maths, and then I came back to England, and it was like I went back like 5 years. It was crazy. And then I got lazy and adjusted to what the UK was doing, and I forgot everything I knew in Greece. That's my sob story. Okay, auto brakes. We're going to set them to max. Our flaps, we've got let's see here, flap 1 departure. Let's go flaps 1. Let's arm our spoilers. So flight controls, checked. Flap settings, flaps 1, checked. Radar PWS, we'll do that now. We want to lock the cockpit door. Radar PWS, it's done. Engine mode select normal. ECAM memo, takeoff no blue. So we'll just confirm that in a moment as we approach the runway. Let's just double check. Our taxi lights are on. Okay, we can start to taxi. I definitely want to do that flight. I do. I need to schedule it, so it probably won't be anytime soon. I want to grow my following a little bit, and then there'll be more of us, so it won't be as lonely for me. But I will plan on doing that at some point. I will definitely make an announcement. I'll let you know. Here we go, Montreal. Here we come. Am I forgetting something? I'm not, right? I think everything's okay. check everything is okay. 12 views. Actually, in real time, we've actually hit 102 views. YouTube's a little bit slow in displaying them, but I'm very grateful for everyone who's been here. And guys, don't forget to double tap that screen. That helps the stream very much. And if you like aviation content, definitely give the channel a follow. And definitely make sure you subscribe. So we're going to taxi via Bravo. So we're going to take a right turn here. No, we don't want to go down there. No. We just overshot this completely. This is where we want to be. There we go. Oh. $102. Yeah, according to the algorithm, 107 now. So that's very, very good. I'm very grateful to have everyone here. We are flying from Toronto International, or Toronto, to Montreal. 50 minutes flight time, which will be very cool. So I'm just going to zoom out a little bit here. I don't normally like to have my iPad right here in my face, but I'm charging because the battery is terrible on it now. I normally have it here and I have the keyboard here. But it is what it is. I need some tea. Nice clear skies in Canada. We are using real time and real weather. Actually, this is the perfect taxiway for us. This is exactly what we needed. Awesome. So we are going to cross a runway. We don't have ATC to worry about, but we'll still just double check. Are we passing runway 23? Hey Grabo, welcome to the chat. What's that? It looks like a 7-Eleven, but does that a 7-Eleven? No. Way too big for a 7-Eleven. What is that? Furniture. Is that like the X-Plane version of IKEA? Right, we're taxiing at 27 knots. Let's just calm down a little bit here. We are going a little bit too fast. Well, that's another thing. See, I'm tapping on the toe brakes like together, left and right, and it's pulling me to the left. So I'm something about these rudder pedals is not great. Clear left, clear right. So our runway is right here. We're just parallel. So let's let the cabin know. And let's check our takeoff configuration. This is where normally the captain would say, cabin crew, please take your seats for departure. Thank you. Maybe too sensitive. Yeah, they are for some reason, and I've calibrated them and I've checked the settings and I've played around with the like curves on the thing. It's just still, it's not really making a difference. That's another fake furniture store. Why are there so many furniture stores? Look at Right, let's see if we can spot the CN tower when departing. Everything's good. Our ECAM is all green, no blue. So basically we'll roll into takeoff roll. Is it the same brand? Yeah, it looks like it. It looks exactly the same. Looks exactly the same. Alright, here we are. This is our departure runway. Let's take it nice and slow because we need to turn on our lights. Oh, they've done... just yeah, way overshot here. Yeah, I'm not buying X-Plane fake IKEA furniture. Right, I'm going to stop for a second. I just want to make sure everything's correct. Okay, so landing lights are on. Runway turn-off lights are on. Beacon is on. Don't need those. Those are on. That we want to set that to takeoff. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We're good to go. Let's get ready for takeoff. Guys, definitely double tap that screen if you like the stream so far. It will help our takeoff be better. And if you like aviation content, subscribe to the channel. Let's do it. Alright, let's stabilize our engines. Excellent. And Manflex. I need to concentrate on keeping these rudder pedals central because they have a mind of their own. I'm telling you, their agenda is to pull me off this runway. Oh. Okay, and rotate. I'm happy with that. That was good. Nice and smooth. Positive rate. Gear is going up. Departing Toronto. That was very silly of me. I did not put our cruising altitude in there, 35,000 feet. That was terrible. Right, are we way off? Autopilot. Lever back down to climb. TCAS standby, that's fine. We didn't do that either. That's done. Are we going like completely off course here? Why am I not? Something's happening and I don't like it here. Why can I not see? Why can I not see these? Okay, Codel. Is this it? This is the A320 Neo. Pilot Nerd, hey, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. This line has disappeared. It was there before. So our next waypoint is Deadkeeper. I can't see the line. Why? Why? That's really... Do you know what? I'm gonna set... We are turning. Guys, I'm so confused. Are we gonna see any of Toronto here? There's a little bit there. See, it's not terrible for X-Plane. on a Mac. You're new to the channel. You are very welcome to the channel. It's always flight simming. We're just flight simming all the time, and we love it. I'm currently running X-Plane 12 on a Mac Mini, which is, you can't really see it, it's just off screen. It's literally a computer this big, and I only started simming again recently. Well, recently, I said within the past like year, but I've been doing it more often. I've been taking it more seriously the past few months, and yeah, for now I'm happy. We can't use ATC, we can't use VATSIM because my frame rate is playing up, but I am upgrading all my setup soon, so I'll be using Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I will be getting myself a great PC. Yeah, it's almost like, do you know what? I met so many awesome content creators in the flight sim world, and they all asked me the same thing, like how am I able to run X-Plane decently on such a small PC? It just works. It is a powerful computer, the Mac Mini. It really is, for what it, I mean, for a tiny little machine like that, it's very powerful. It's just, obviously, it's not a gaming PC, right? So you're not going to get the best of everything. My graphics are not maxed out, but I think they do the job. I just hope we're gonna get to our next waypoint properly, because this is being weird. Why is it being weird? Why can I not see? Maybe I completely maybe I completely missed the mark or something. Right, we're gonna let's fly on heading. Let's just fly toward that waypoint. We'll do it manually a little bit. We're just kind of making it up here as we go along. We just want to get to our destination safely. Right, we've taken off, so let's do that. We're at 13,000 feet, so definitely want to turn off our lights here. That's fine. We can let the cabin crew know that they can start their service. Clement, welcome. Oh, thanks for the subscription. Really appreciate it. Phoenix, yeah, I cannot wait. Trust me, it's on the list. Great to have you here, Pilot Nerd. Thanks for dropping by, and we'll see you in the next one, hopefully. This is our livery. I just got the livery now about an hour ago. So it's new. The downside is it doesn't come with a cabin. So on the inside, we've just got the standard Tolis A320 cabin, which still looks fine, but it's obviously not Air Canada. That's the downside. These are all free. The liveries I get, they're all free. But yeah, some of them come with cabins as well, which is really cool. This one obviously doesn't. Right, we want to get to that point there. This is, I don't understand why it's doing this. Unless maybe we can just go direct dead key and just try that. Maybe, is that gonna work? That worked. Okay, I'm happy with that. I actually figured something out on my own for once. Seatbelt signs, they can come off. I'm feeling pretty generous today. You can walk around the cabin. $151 subs. Very grateful for that. Thank you so much to everyone who subscribed. It really helps the channel and keeps me making content. That's what we want to do. We want to keep flying. We want to keep flying. Alright, let's enjoy some of the views. Okay. Right. I didn't like what just happened very much, but we're okay. I think we're back on track. Just double check. After that, we hit top of climb. How much longer? I forgot to start the clock as well. So what time is it now? Currently in the sim it's 8:08. 8:02, sorry, and 8:47. So yeah, about 42 minutes, 43 minutes ish. Do I fly manually or use autopilot more? So I try to stick to what real airline pilots do, which is fly manually for takeoff and landing, and the majority of the flight is on autopilot. There's loads of reasons why real pilots use autopilot and why I like to use autopilot, but mainly it's tiring, firstly, to do everything manually, and second of all, it's never going to be as efficient or as smooth as flying on autopilot, and I kind of reflect that in my flight simming as well. Let's zoom out a little bit. I mean, flying on autopilot, just look how obviously you have to set everything up properly, but just look how smooth. Actually, that's a screenshot worthy. I'm going to screenshot that. There we go. Let me see when our top of descent is. Top of descent 8:20. 8:20 is currently 8:03. So okay, in about 10-15 minutes, we'll start entering our destination data. Because obviously due to weather and things it can change, so we'll do that just before top of descent. Why didn't I start the clock, man? Oh well. I knew I was forgetting something there. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. About 40 to 45 minutes we'll be landing, so yeah, if you got to sleep, you got to sleep, man. I get it. And guys, don't forget to double tap that screen if you enjoy the video so far, if you're enjoying the cruise, and definitely subscribe to the channel if you like aviation content. Need some more tea. What's the hardest button to reach? You mean like physically? Like physically reach? I mean, I'm on a screen, so I mean I can access all of them. Don't know. Depends how long your arms are, right? I think we're back on track in terms of navigation. Thank you, top percent. Seinen Miglo. I think we're back on track. Okay, that's good. That's good. Right, we're still climbing. Seinen. So where are we now? Oh, so okay, so by the time we reach Seinen, so apparently we should have already been at top of climb by now. Interesting. Which flight radar? You mean this one? This is part of the airplane's systems. So this is mainly terrain. There's some weather as well, and the weather gets its information when you actually set on the radar from here. And terrain is obviously terrain. Like if you know high mountains and stuff, you can turn on and off the terrain from there, and you can see it. So these are systems that the aircraft has got on board anyway. Have you encountered wind shear before? Good question. No, not yet. For most of my flights, I use real-time, real weather. So far, I haven't hit anything like crazy, but I will start introducing like interesting scenarios soon. I've got a rough idea of what to do when there's wind shear. Obviously, do not attempt the landing. Just toga and get out of there as soon as possible. So hopefully when it does come, which it will at some point, I'll have a rough idea of what I should do. Let's get some views out the window here. Yeah, and guys, this is on X-Plane 12 on a Mac Mini. It still impresses me from time to time, you know. It's also the weekend, so I'm likely going to stream tomorrow, possibly Sunday as well. I want to maximize my weekends and stream as much as possible, so if any of you guys want to come back and join any future streams, please do. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. I love the black engines with Air Canada's livery, really cool. How fast are we going? I can tell you in knots. We are currently cruising at about 250-ish knots, which is not very fast. And we have a 68 knot, almost a bit of a tailwind, slight crosswind in knots. And to be honest, I've forgotten how to convert knots into miles per hour. So in miles per hour, $288 roughly. Let's get some cool views. Right, we're still climbing. Everything looks alright. Yeah. So quite soon we're going to need to start inputting our destination data. 8:10. Top of descent is at 8:20. So we're going to reach our top of descent in 10 minutes. So we might as well start setting everything up. Yep, let's do it. Destination, right, so let's get our information here. Okay, Pierre Elliott Trudeau International Airport. Let's have a look at our weather. So the altimeter 29.77. What is a good approach speed on the Airbus A320 Neo? Another very good question. This is that is what we're flying. In terms of like the final approach speed coming into land, I like to keep it. Obviously, it depends on weight, and so many other like things that are going on, but I tend to keep it between 130 to 140 knots. I know even real pilots that are happy to go faster than that, close to 160, 170, but I find that a bit too fast. My landings are only now starting to improve, so I like to keep it controllable, you know. So temperature at our destination is 12 degrees Celsius. We have a few gusts, so we have 230 degrees at 10 knots, 230 degrees at 10 knots. And now let's get our chart. I need to find my chart here. Approach. Nice, man. Okay, we're landing at 24 right. Alright, let's 24 right, that's the one. Okay, we're going to add that to our plan here. Oh, that works pretty well. Straight in landing, ILS 3, let's go 356 feet is going to be our minimums. Landing configuration full, okay. Right, that should be okay for now. 8:13, and we're going to reach our top of descent at 2020. Just before this waypoint here, Rideau. So this point right here is going to be our top of descent. So we've got a few minutes to enjoy some more of the views. Hey man, welcome back. Yeah, nice. Good vertical speed when descending. Again, depends on several factors, but normally minus 700 to 800 feet per minute tends to be, like when you're coming in for final, tends to be good, and then you do a nice little flare just before touchdown. And then hopefully you'll be able to soften the landing, something I'm learning the hard way. Do I use checklists for takeoff and landing? I do. So what I've done, I've actually redesigned the official Airbus A320 normal checklist, and if you like to flight sim, if any of you like to fly virtually at home, you can download this for free in my LinkedIn. It's a link in my bio on YouTube, Instagram as well, and on TikTok. So you can get this for free. I've got a link for it, so feel free. So yeah, we went through the checklists earlier, and we'll go through some more as we get closer to our destination. Got 152 subs. I do. I'm very grateful for everyone who's subscribed. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget to double tap that screen as well. What's a favour? What favour would you like? Can you see the Mac Mini? Yeah. Let me try and move the camera a little bit. Let's see if you can see it. So on this bottom screen, that's it. You see this tiny little device? That is what all of this is running off. And it's not just my sim that's running off that. It's also the like OBS, my streaming stuff, YouTube. It's all running off that. So it is a very powerful little device. But it's not obviously a gaming computer, so it's not going to be the most, you know, the best thing for for streaming. Eugene. Oh, thank you. I'll definitely download the checklist. I'm not a pilot in real life. No, I will eventually get my private license for flying like smaller planes. It's just a passion of mine since I was a kid. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning as I go along. I'm just having fun. I love to fly virtually. I love all this stuff. I make mistakes all the time, but just having fun. Right, we're getting very close to our top of descent. Private expensive. It is expensive. Yes, it can be very expensive. That's why my priority, because I love flying virtually, the first thing I'm going to spend money on is getting a proper sim setup. I mean, I love this little setup. Don't get me wrong, it's very cozy. I'm just going to get a really good gaming PC, which is very expensive. And I'm going to get an overhead panel. I'm going to get an MCDU, which is basically one of these. I'm going to get an FCU, a flight control unit, like this autopilot panel. I'm going to get one of these in real life. So I'm going to have a lot of like hardware, mainly for the Airbus, and some Boeing stuff as well. And then hopefully that'll make the streams a bit better. And yeah, after that we can get a license. Is it true that Boeing pilots when landing are like moving the yoke a lot of times? It is true. Yep. One of the fundamental differences between especially the Boeing 737 pilots and Airbus pilots is that the majority of Airbus aircraft use a system called fly-by-wire, which basically means when you move the side stick, it doesn't directly control all the elements on the plane. It first goes to a computer, and that computer translates those movements. So you can't do anything like crazy, but on a 737, on a Boeing 737, for instance, every movement is directly linked to the ailerons, the wings, the like the every little element. So it needs a lot more, ups and downs and lefts and rights. But with Airbus, most of it's automated. Airbus is more computerized. Yep, 100%. It's also it's very difficult. Okay, top of descent is reached. Let's clear ourselves down to 3,000 feet. 3,000 feet. No. Managed. What am I doing? Managed. Top of descent. Yep. Okay, guys, we've started descending. Let me just make sure these numbers add up. 276, 217, 160, 14, 10,000, 9780, 7,580. Okay, we're 134 miles out. I've never landed here before. I don't know what to expect. At around 3,000, we're gonna select approach anyway. So. How do you stay awake on long flights? Well, with difficulty. On real long-haul flights, again, depending how long, but like 6, 7, 8 hours, you tend to have 3 or 4 pilots in the flight deck, and they will alternate. So they'll they'll do like controlled rest. Some of them will go and sleep for a few hours and they'll swap. For me, for live streams, obviously, just chill. But when I start using ATC, like that sim, it starts to get a little bit more controlled. So you'll have to request if you can, you know, step away from the flight deck for a bit. It gets a bit more complicated like it is in real life. But at the moment, I'm just enjoying my, you know, the freedom of not having to deal with ATC. But that will change very soon. So you got your knowledge on X-Plane. You know what? Most of my knowledge I've got from X-Plane, and watching videos, watching other, just like you guys are doing now, just watching other people, learning. Yeah, I love it, and there's still, you know, I've still got loads to learn. $17 minutes left. Well, actually, I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's a little bar above. I can't really show you, but there's a little bar that obviously shows all the details up here, and you can see the little like loading bar. So we're approaching the end of the flight. There you go, so 8:46 is our estimated time of arrival. 8:24. $22 minutes, awesome. No, I think you were right the first time. I think it's about 22. That's what the aircraft says. The one on the screen might be a little bit off, but always go by what the aircraft says. So if we have a missed approach, we climb to 3000, heading 237, turn right, direct to CYUL, which is, where is that? Oh, there. Okay. You know what, I was looking to try and get an A380 and I can't find an A380 for X-Plane. I think it doesn't exist yet. Can you believe that? One of the most iconic aircraft. It's the king of the skies. And I don't think they've made one for X-Plane, or if they have, it's definitely not good. I think there are some developers that are working on it, but that might have to be a stream that will have to wait until I've got my PC, and I'll be flying Microsoft Flight Simulator, which will be worth it because the graphics when I get my new PC are just going to be insane, so that'll be awesome. How am I going to put that huge amount of metal for Flight Sim in your room? I'm going to make it work. I'm probably going to move house in a few months anyway, so I will make it work. I'm looking for a house that's going to have like a dedicated room that's going to be my flight sim room. Yes, 1 gazillion FPS. A350, there is an A350. Apparently it's not great, but I'm thinking of getting it for X-Plane. The long haul one that I've got now is a 777. And the 777's awesome. It's great. So the 777, fun fact, although it's got a yoke because it's Boeing, it still uses a fly-by-wire system which is similar to Airbus. So you still kind of move the yoke, but it just works a little bit differently. It's a lot more automated, the 777, which is awesome. Really cool aircraft. I love that. How do I know how much fuel to take? That's a great question. So basically the flight plan will tell me. I use a website called SimBrief. Let me show you what that looks like. This is SimBrief here, and you put in all your flight details and it will generate your flight plan and it will tell you how much fuel to take. And then you can you use discretion. If you feel that you need a bit more, you can take a bit more, and things like that, but it will give you a rough idea of how much fuel to take. What's my favorite aircraft? That's a really tough question, because there are so many planes that I love. I love the 777, I love the 787, and I love the A380. I love long haul planes. I love planes that are designed for long haul. I love long haul flights, really. It always reminds me of like going to America, going to Canada, those fun trips that I did, which were really cool. Let's go to 40. 78 miles out, okay. We're approaching quite quickly, actually. Haven't flown that, mate. No, I haven't. Just sticking to the basics. I don't know if they do it for X-Plane. Probably not. The X-Plane is still kind of behind. Right, weather, Montreal. We've got 29.77. 29.77 is our QNH. Let's just make sure we've got it here as well. 29.77. Whoa. 29.77. Okay. That's looking good. 72 miles, we're at 16,000 feet. Is that on our way down to 14,000? Yep, we'll be landing soon. Which will be cool. Right, let's make an announcement. We're still a bit out, but let's prepare the cabin for landing. How to keep the plane straight on the runway. If you see some of my last videos, you'll probably see that I don't keep it very straight on the runway. It depends on the approach. So what we use most of the time is an ILS approach, Instrument Landing System, I think that's what it stands for. Basically, you pre-program everything and it works on like frequencies, so the plane will do most of the work for you, and it will line the plane up with the runway like perfectly, and then when you disengage the autopilot, you just try to keep it level, you just try to keep it straight. It takes practice. I'm still working on it. Sometimes I can land really well on the center line, but then something messes up with my rudder pedals and I'll end up veering off. How much is your Mac Mini? This version is pretty much maxed out, so I think it was about £2,300. pounds, British pounds. Okay, I'm gonna slow us down to about 230 knots. I think I think that's the airport right there. I think that right there is the, I think, right? Yeah, because I don't see another airport close by, so that is potentially 25, and I think that's, is that the runway? 24 right. I don't know. I think that's our airport. It's basically in front of us. Oh, unless it's somewhere there. I don't know. We'll see in a sec. $2.3K. I mean, yeah, it sounds like a lot, but I mean, the computer I'm gonna have to get for my sim is gonna be more than that. Oh wait, I think the airport's further down. Yeah, the computer I'm gonna end up getting is gonna be a lot more than that, which is very sad. Let's get some speed brakes up. Slow down a bit. What's the smallest adjustment you make in a flight? Well, there are loads of small adjustments. Really, you just need to make sure that you're on top of everything, especially when you're dealing with ATC. Headings, speed, altitude. There are so many little things. Okay, that should be fine. Right. Checklist time. My bank is definitely crying. It's crying even from now. Okay, so Barrow ref is set on both. Seatbelts going on. What's our altitude? 8,000. Let's turn our lights on. Minimums are set. Auto brake. Let's go with 1 or low. There's 1 here, but it's low. On there. Engine mode select normal. Okay, approach checklist is complete. We'll come back in a second. We'll do the landing checklist. What do I do for work? I'm a creative director, so I do videography, I do marketing, I do social media videos for companies, for clients, and I'm also I do film directing and stuff like that. It's why I call myself the flight director, which is it's a bit of a pun. It's a double meaning because I'll show you. This, you see this green cross that's in the center there. Let me move in for you. Turning it off and on there, you can see that. That is also called the flight director on the plane, and all planes have it. Boeing has it, Airbus has it, and I call myself the flight director as well, which is a double meaning. So there you go. That's my story. Right, let's slow down a bit more. 210. Actually, let's go down to 200. 7,000 feet. Everything looks stable so far. Here we are. This is Montreal, the X-plane version of Montreal. There you go. That's our airport there. Maybe I don't know if it's the same one as before. There we go. That's where we're landing. Let's go. Where are we? 33. Let's go flaps 1. $135 XP. There you go, man. There you go. It's going to be a full flap configuration, so we're currently on flaps 1. We need to slow down a little bit more. Slowing down very slowly. Let's extend some speed brakes again just to help the process. That should do it. Right, let's bring it down because we're approaching now. We are 29 miles out. Let's go down to 190. Yeah, about 200 knots. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's why I think I brought it just below that. About 190 should be fine. And then when we get closer to that, we can check our speed and set flaps 2. Alright, let's go flaps 2. What's that building there? Oh, that's cool. Guys, I don't know what that building is, but if Montreal has that, I definitely want to find out what it is. It looks awesome. And the fact that X-Plane actually has it is awesome. When landing, do about 130 to 150. Yep, perfect. Yeah, with this, I tend to stick between like 130 and 140. Right, I'm gonna bring this down to 180. Right, 4,023. We can even go 170. I'm gonna arm the approach and hope for the best. I don't know if it's too early. We will find out. Right, and we're going to have a 10 knot headwind upon landing, which is great. $32 GB of storage. What, on your computer, you mean? Oh, on your iPad. Yeah, I get what you mean. I think you can get X-Plane on iPad, you know? I used to have it like a couple of years ago, way before I was able to have these toys. Here we are. It's a gorgeous plane, isn't it? And the livery's great. This is beautiful. Right, let's double tap that screen in anticipation for the landing. Get those likes up, that subscriber count up. There we go, beautiful right turn. We are, where are we? Where are we? 18 miles out. All good, all good. Beautiful. No worries, man. No worries. Thanks for being here anyway. There's that cool building again. Looks like some kind of stadium, maybe? Look at that beautiful turn. Okay. Let's go flaps 3 and let's start slowing down even more. Let's go to about 155. Can leave that there, it's fine, it's fine. Right, airport should be there somewhere, right? There we go. We're getting close. Whoa. Don't want to zoom in that much. Careful. Four right, excellent. Okay, let's inform the cabin crew. Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing. Thank you. Approach is set. Localizer has been intercepted. Or captured rather. No glide slope, we're going to capture it in a second. Okay, so. Excellent, let's go gear down. Let's slow down to 140. And let's go flaps full. There's that cool building again. I want to know what that is. I want to find out what that is. That looks awesome. That's a stadium for sure. What is that? It's probably something iconic and I don't know about it and it's going to be embarrassing. Flaps full. Okay. So. 1. Landing checklist. Go around altitude is set. It's 3,000 feet. Cabin crew has been advised. ECAM memo. Landing no blue. We'll do that in a second. That's that. Gear is down. Landing lights. So far I'm not seeing any blue, so we're good to go. Landing gear down. Signs on. Cabin's ready. Spoilers armed. Flap set. Landing checklist is complete. Let's hope my rudder pedals don't mess up as usual. Have I done an international flight in real life? Yeah, absolutely. Loads of times. I haven't obviously flown planes. I've only flown a small plane once, but I've never like been the pilot for an international flight. But I've yeah, flown internationally loads of times. Yeah. Okay, everything is set up really nicely. We've captured the glide slope and the localizer. This is where we're now basically being like dragged perfectly onto the center of the runway. So when I disconnect the autopilot, it's going to be my job to keep it steady. We have a slight crosswind of 16 knots. Hopefully that won't be anything to worry about. Let's get a final look here on the outside. Beautiful. Montreal's looking beautiful today. This is real time and real weather. Yeah, pilots monitor. They monitor a lot, and that's pretty much it. Right, I can see a little bit of wind. Oh, I can feel the wind. 16 knot crosswind. Okay. Right, let's try and focus on this landing. Let's see how it's going to go. Guys, don't forget to double tap that screen and subscribe to the channel, and let's see how well or how bad this is going to go. Right, autopilot disengage. Aircraft is mine. Oh, it's windy. It's windy. I don't like that. Let's go.
100 above.
We're off the center line already.
Minimum.
Continue. Bit of a crosswind. We're going all over the place. Let's try and fix that. No. Nope.
40, 30, 20, retard.
Right, okay, let's go there, decel, that's good, let's get on the center line, a little bit windy, and that kind of, that made it very unstable toward the end, but we kept it, we got there in the end. Right, I need to stop over correcting, that's fine, need to stop over correcting. Let's use some manual braking here. Manual braking. And we can hopefully... There we go, we can exit from there. Flaps can go up. What do you think? How bad was that, guys? How bad was it? Do I use reverse thrust? I always use reverse thrust, yeah, of course. Okay, so slow down a little bit, turn off these lights, we don't need them, that can go to taxi, strobe to auto, to keep it straight and steady. Not bad, oh I appreciate that, thank you. Well done, oh thanks guys. That's not what I wanted to press. Let's turn on the APU. It doesn't really matter because, like, I'd like to use a GPU when we get to the gate. Slow down. The touchdown itself was okay. It wasn't too bad. Air Canada. Oh, there's an Air Canada. Main apron. Alright, let's take a left here. The landing was smooth despite the crosswind. Oh, I appreciate it, guys. I'm glad you saw the crosswind as well. It was really tough to keep it central. It was trying to push us off, but we got there in the end. Keep it. Oh, thanks. I appreciate you guys. Right. Let's take a step back and see. Oh. I mean, these are all Air Canada. We can park anywhere here, really. There's loads of space. Yeah, loads of space. I thought I turned off my... Okay, slow down. Let's slow down here. What I'm going to do, what I normally tend to do is when we park, I'm going to go back and replay that landing, and then we can all judge it together. Alright, we made it to Montreal safely, at least, right? These are the big planes. These are the big boys. What am I doing here with the big boys? Way overshot that. Oh yeah, these are the big planes, aren't they? Why are we here? We should be with the small planes. When can you expect another live? I'm likely going to go live tomorrow. I think I'm going to go live tomorrow. I might not schedule it, but if you've subscribed and hit the notification bell, you'll get a notification. I estimate between 6 and 7 p.m. UK time. I'll probably go live tomorrow. I don't know where we're going to fly to yet, so I'll let you know. Right, let's slow down. Let's slow down here. Whoa. Slow down. Slow down. Three meters, 2 meters. Non-stop. Okay. Boom. So, seatbelt signs can come off. Taxi light can come off. Beacon light can come off. APU is on, so we can turn off our engines. And the jetway is coming to us automatically. Look at that. Yeah, in the UK, maybe like between 6 and 7 p.m. I reckon. I thought it just crashed. I thought the software just crashed. When I touched the Mac here, it is so hot. It's crazy. Right, who's ready to see a quick replay? Let's go see a quick replay, shall we? Let's go to replay mode. Hopefully it's gonna work. I have to be very gentle with this computer because... Oh, that was all over the place, that landing. It's got a cooling fan. It's got a really good fan. Apparently, it's like designed for heat management. But it just gets so hot. You can imagine how heavy this plane is to run. Right. And close that. Let's move back. Nowhere near the center line, but let's look at the touchdown. Relatively smooth. Relatively smooth. Gets very loud. I think Volanta. Did that work? Did that work? Guys, apparently, yeah, apparently the touchdown was minus 176 feet per minute. That's smooth. That's smooth. Let's do another angle, shall we? Let's do an angle from the wing. as a passenger. 10 p.m. No worries, bro. No worries. That wind was blowing us way off, wasn't it? Well, at least we landed on the runway and not on the grass. And once I did get on the center line, I didn't really come off, so I'm getting better with the rudder pedals as well. Okay, that wasn't too bad. This is where we're going to see the worst of it. I'll show you which view is going to be the absolute worst. This is where you'll realise that we were nowhere near the centre line. I tried to save it. I tried to save it. Good touchdown though. This is another good angle. We're just analysing this landing from different angles. There wasn't at minus 176. There wouldn't have been too much pressure. We didn't whack the wheel down, so I think we're okay. You can see that the landing was relatively controlled. It wasn't too bad. These wheels are designed to take crazy amounts of pressure anyway. Look at my rudder is going crazy. Okay, we'll do one last view here. One of my favorites, which is the belly view. And then we'll call it a day. Yeah, it wasn't a crazy amount of pressure. It was, as a touchdown, I'm kind of happy with that. Not terrible. We made it safely. Right, let's go back to where we are. Let's unpause. Right, there we go. Our luggage is being offloaded. Passengers are also deboarding. And there you go. That's it. That's the end of the stream. Thank you to everyone who was here, who was in the chat. Thanks for being here. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, fly safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.